Well, it's the end of the school year, the end of our middle school years, and in order to successfully wrap this all up and put a nice bow on top of it all, I've compiled some nice individuals who would like to explain their impacts towards the world of science and their initial origins. Now, unfortunately, some of these men and or women weren't really cooperating with me, so I used my excellent persuasion skills to convince them that if they did do this for me, I would pay them back handsomely in return. But I was lying, and I've been keeping them here against their will. That's not illegal, right?
It is, sir. You could have at least fed us, you know.
I could have. So how do you think you impacted the world of science, Edwin?
Well, I came up with the Hubble classification scheme.
Oh, really? Why can't you tell me about that?
Basically, it's this.
Okay. What exactly am I looking at?
It divides the shapes of galaxies into two different types, spiral and elliptical. Now, it's not all the types of galaxies, but it was a good start, you know? Dude, I literally made the model of an atom. All the kids know about me, mate.
You know you're not the only person that's done this before, right?
Well, yeah, but mine is obviously the better one.
Your model and Rutherford's model are very similar, dude.
I gotta say, I think Niels is a bit off his rocker.
Okay, why do you say that?
Our models are not exactly the same, like look.
What's the difference?
Well, they look different.
Not really, they're both circles.
Well, yeah, but like they're used differently.
How so?
Well, people tended to favor bores more.
Why?
The model I created shows electrons that are moving in an unstable manner because the model illustrates the electrons moving in a curve motion. This motion would create electromagnetic radiation and cause the electrons to lose energy and spiral into the nucleus, so Bohr fixed that with his model.
So his is better?
Yeah. What did I tell ya? Basically, I made this thing called the Doppler effect.
Tell me more.
Basically, it works in the way where it measures the frequency when sound or light waves leave a source and when they come in contact with an observer.
Okay, would you mind giving me an example of this?
Sure, I guess. You see this flashlight, right?
I mean, yeah, I can see it.
So let's just say I turn it on and point it straight at your eyes.
Okay, Jesus.
So you know the electromagnetic spectrum, right?
Yeah, sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so basically the Doppler effect is that, but instead of radiation, it's color.
Dude, what?
Depending on the color, it will show whether or not a star or whatever is moving towards us or away from us.
Yeah, I don't get it. Explain to me how view is useful.
Well, I did a couple things, actually.
And what might those things be?
Well, I made the 3 laws of motion. I'm sure you know what that is.
I do, but why don't you tell me anyway?
Alright. First law, anything remaining at rest or in motion will stay at rest or in motion until acted upon by an outside force. Second, F equals ma, force equals mass times acceleration. And third, action and reaction. For every action, there is an opposite reaction.
Neat. We needed a female to equal out the unsolicited amount of males, including myself, so hey.
Hi.
Now, what did you do?
I was the first Hispanic woman to go to space.
Alright, cool, sure, whatever. Tell me more.
Well, I first joined NASA as a research engineer at Ames Research Center, and what do you know? In 1990, I went to Johnson Space Center where they selected me as an astronaut.
That's good enough.
I also invented calculus.
Tell me about that.
Calculus is the study of the rate of change of a quantity over time.
Alright.
I made it because all of the stuff I was doing wasn't really possible without inventing my own mathematical framework.
Okay, could you show me some sort of problem or whatever that could be associated with whatever this is?
Looky here.
So, am I looking at a math problem or hieroglyphics?
This is basically what you would be looking at most of the time.
Looks hard.
Your commentary is blowing my mind. As the light moves away from an object, the distance between the waves gets greater. Case in point, the flashlight. Redshift means moving away, blue means approaching. You'd be blue right now. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, sure, everything makes so much more sense now.